Yo, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi kal kontong al token don al kontong kendo nal badima la jadama na studio di jang salsato ni kon RA radio aning AR radio channel flow nyimbeto bani olo comme mutana ko take bi arabo mentada ka nyang karotili seofe 2023 nyin sawo kono nyin November karo mem ba kono sans la Karlaban Fulanjang comme curriculum all to 2023 la bangotema isa fay ko adios o bye bye ngabula 2024 kono alama be jata kende ya kono alama be ma be lala alama be sima ma be lala jata kende na harje firim ba nin tanko nin Cairo faul kan na bankol kan na koral kono anin na Sato na kabilol men bisirin jeto bale mo ko men continue santing tibar ko la membe nyaati la jam mem findita tibar bundalto men be ko standard newspaper point newspaper voice newspaper kata kerfatu foryanul tawda natra al kamba times sa amomo nan damen kana ka ftandal o kama lambade on komen to la do kolam is our business every day kana jang na studio jang ka kibarol futani altol lamor la kendol altul men kan noma lungolo mba fulale ko ala baraka alkana décourager mu meke pour ka bulan nokam kay ela moy bankola kola anim bantla bankola kola anim fangol damal tema ka men social issues ko kama lambade ngolo sante ngadum kibar ngolo kono kibar kum folo men findita standard newspaper national assembly ko ye filindile de nina rajibe former president bilo men pro president yenta ka na fal men so lo president ya kola after presidency ko kumo men nata jeto pour ka aindos jeto kuma kan man senior député bon la ye filindile comme jamaya fo nyamen santen almami tal wala fanan diamuta ako nyinna membe ko UDP la spokesperson ani fanan veteran loyal mu so nga continue hani bi kibarol la UDP la petition men Ebrima Jaiteh UDP to la kosi ninata alambaro nala administration la kata Anthony General Office nyindo aning Public Service Commission nyin ya marlal men be den ninata gibe president la karonyin na komen first place imanyen na keta do ko wala because mun keta be do ku fulal ndung bankola luwa mal la finina ko ete tarno la political party kon executive ya la palaso be bulje kana muruka public office mara nimboro to bundun député o nyin o fanan be fasaro ke kan ex presidential bill o nyin akate ya fasal nimboro to national assembly bina dato ke like mena budget session nyamoy budget session na banko mol nyanda ko do min dila adam barona la man sakunda la jar saw pour nyanda ka bankola hajo topoto minna nyanda ka wolto jibe comme ni nata jibe minister of finance memberta kodo fere nyala atle ba topoto na topoto asamanan député bon ya jibe men nyanda kelaje yol tuje men man nyanda kelaje yol bondike so abe wala nyama mbe tembo mendo nimbodo to hanibi musome ka fay ko Aissa Fati hanin Abdoulaye Cham in Senegal taygon businessman on nyin men ye photo fono ina tabo nyokoto wala fa na kiti murtanan kote ke kiti la nyinto embe den ning loya mbe Abdoulaye Fasa kan membe ko plenty fo nyin atame kiti ko si Aissa kan ko fengo dol be je men ye ke sede arawti membe ko kopil ten fengo men ye sa Aissa ay Senegal banko kan otumonu ko kiti la ko sa photo procedure ko is not admissible wala loi man son la o kiti la man na ka son kota pour ko ke sede arawti bari anana kayto sa fe kote ke pour kaje ko mu feneti authentical le moti ndung yanta ka president kiti la nginto pour defendants la sa forong plenty fo nyina karo nyina against the defendant. So ina mo kibaro de men findita standard newspaper ngata point newspaper kibar follow men finda point newspaper nga jibe something men finda jeto point newspaper kibar follow men finda je wala domestic workers right freedoms and are violated in Gambia, report says. Coming eko men be do wala na banko kay ka men ko domestic work assaulting la nyanto coming ni na tajibe anila tramfambulo in kete fenneti lan le tambol kete jele report ay telni nyame nembodo state file defense in Acute case coming inata molmenie ministry bunda me marta jate kende ala anin ila doku dinkra agency membe ko membe medical control nyin na karo agency nyin yol samba kitilla nyat longola ko men mo tang anin koron do al falten men na dinnol fata dinnin tawrowlo men ye min jodata boru kuron la men bota india banko kan ka fay ko ni zero volten wala fanan ye eko state files defense in Acute comme sanem ko ya banko fanan mol min ngenda lo karola pour que fasaro ke ni mol la wala yela case ni file ma jibe et même for jeto ko 3 defendants medical control agency ministry of health and attorney general yesterday filed their defense in a suit brought by victims of acute kidney injury Acute, presided over by Justice Ebrima Jaiteh at the High Court in Banjul. Comme mbotafala nyame exactly wolom comme dinkra saba wala liela fasaran kaun sambana be fam fasala nyame kitiyo nyatli wala memme ko nyim molmen dingol man torata nyim boru kuro nyun na karo nyun men ye samba kitiyo nyun pro inibe janko la nyame kitid la nyinto wole datita kuno so ka continue hanbi ati dinkra kilonto membe ko point newspaper ministry bunda me marta tuwa bundan la na nyala na banko kan e ko yela showcase ke ni amo showcase destination comme dinkral menu nyanda ka na jeto to result pour ka jeljibe e wala itandi Gambia banko kan ikafu menna 17th WTM summit coming yo fengol le itandi o dinkrade sinaje men sinana attraction o sambanan to risoli to ablonton le pour yenna banko nyinka o komala ni nata jibe flight o me ka fay ko rainbow tours in mu company te tulga to risol organize ke sambanan Gambia banko kan ning vinta sita jang sumaya be Europe jammento o kanyang fonko fe ni nata jibe kando do man nimfi na banko kan abuka o kan lala bara abuka o suma fananke comme half and half 50-50 so kamala ina na toriso samana banko kan menda de kanya toris keme toris tawrowla anin lul yul futandi Gambia banko ka mul fane safero ke iko sansanteng men sekunda nyanda bilo de la bilo min nyanta ka boy mol kan ke muta men bidenning men ke nyim molta ke kulloto bondi Gambia banko kan ke samba tuwa du fo nyim mantoro jawol say men ka ke sayala karola ati nyim kulunno la karola o mari nyoli ko bilo yente dal député bonto bilo mem nim momo yemuta la o bilo nyin loi men be dala jay boy ko kan ye régler kewdo CRR abotawol to ika fay esa nyin ati mem fa ko la usenu dabo wayani ole la Gambia dingolie ani Gambia bankoy o kamala meni ka foko le adabo akeba atale amanya na kalo 2026 presidential carte fa wonyina comme people like Jeng men abe NPP le environmental activist ol mari sera kunda abata wolto ate momoleti men always ate kotla da faila UDP le kan anin KMC la mayo nyi ate man haje ko sala professional menti amang aman daro kan bari modo fanan finda me a jabi ko mo sifalu wol manyana ko to fo la dabo e batamen ki Gambia ala wato menta Gambia e a kelo men ke Gambia e ala kodo men tinya Gambia e aniola Gambia dingli wo a disavle pour kallo ka foko men akebata o mu kuma kuntangoles nimbodo to wajibe ngata national news moiti greatest meet to advance domestic workers right coming nyimfeneti abe finde kan wati wala sukono do kulal ila right nying comme be wala fasaka nimbodo to e ka fome ko gay nyoro wol fanan natna ila graduation be ngole soto membe ko 15th wala tang anilul graduation nying yole soto ka continue NYP meets consultancies ahead of its sitting coming nying youth parliament nying wala fanan natna parendro ke santeng be fan dala janni ba fala ila bengo nyimbe sila ka menna ko constituencies coming sorry dinkral men be ko carte fay dinkral ten itul fan namol men ketul fanan tombo o sitting men nyanda ka ke ye wala prepare imoroto national news la men bota point news eba NYP ati lagilo na olel natna kajaso ton sa foton dinkral di national youth parliament kile onina ko to lesite kajata ko la molmen be ko lanjur tol ko la bari asiata dinne on le kono fannin jewolte so hanbi mare on ngata voice newspaper ko men ajibe what is the news there national news point news but also say nata voice news ba batun kan I responda nganana ftandalla men finte ila website do nyinto bi karotili sewo nyinna so kibar follow men finte ta jeto wala mu ko Mr. Gay the voice politician says nationwide road cleaning cause economic havoc nyim momembe ko kafai ko batana jibe atomu jumalti let me see comme ma atediam da men wala mo ning sila fito mbe kerin Gambia Bangkok kan kanifin kata West Coast wo ma fawngin na ko ni problem wala sammanang ni nata jibe business o nyina karola ay ma kambale sammanan jede eko Saliu Jallo nyemu politician olti Brikama ay kumanro ke ko ni nata jibe be dunia sa from banko be ka men nationwide slafito men be jeto police ning NRA be menke kan on sa from physical plan has caused economic havoc for many businesses comme nie ku jama mantoro jama la sammanang mo jama men be ko ben be business wala na bedol kono Jallo nyemu former chairman olti afana laftanun kalonun Brikama area council chairman yala atle kumandro ke nina rajiwe call the move economic crisis as it left so many businesses handicapped from inception kabring in ko datita ko ni ajibe ay kumandro ke men nodron nye kule samana na banko kan kabra dati wato ni sante membe ko be insala fito minna men ye encroachment ke el dinkralla comme ko nye fenne samana ay na business la business o ay handicap le ninkum ay la ko ninkum abuka tano ko de ka londile ibuka move no anyone betembo bento so hanbi nga continue Justice Jaiteh men avec kiti okuna high court men beden ye auditor men fanu moda me boyo men fanu o kisni ye awoleta a join so ngaje ko nimbodo to fana Minister Gomez attend high education ministerial matra minister bunda matra high education wala karang bundala atle fan natna beng to dinata jibe minister la bengoni nimbodo to MOHERST Ministry of High Education on wala delegation of tata mabe fende ka me ko is impact regional workshop ye ole soto Abidjan Côte d'Ivoire banko nyinkang nimbodo to hanibi be voice news bale ngajibe for still they have more news. That's the last story from there. So ngata kerfatu National Assembly Gender Committee engaged Banjul women workers. I think this was yesterday. Let me see. I think so. This was published yesterday for sure. So let me see the current ones. Okay, the current ones are kuno nyim fintale membe denning UTG la election on na yemo sabo disqualify men na bitul fana ya bonde min fana bondita la karo na bi karo tiliseo na embe denning baro men fo jamme la family anin solbaji jamel la karo na ne solbaji la mom ila ftabol la ko ramen kono woli problem o set numberat le interventa kitula ye sembodi la pro ye kem sembodi masakunda la comme mbota men fo kan dinnol men na sa sunta borola so wato di la pro isi ipare no nyame pro binana jabiro kila nyin kola nyame kiti la nyinto justice jet le wo garant bill safaro time nyin garant pro la filing keno nyame pro sinaje ko silono boxo nyin kono podium moto fonko nyinto sinaje ko case nyon kono witness box nyon kono si fan defenno nyame so mari wol ginel mu kibarol tiben findita banko kambi en karote liseo nyinna so nimboto to sai ngaje ko dunia mol jamabe ko erikan membe den ninata Middle East problem membe jeto Palestinian Israel tema ninata occupied territory nyindo da membe ko Gaza Strip o dandan nengo membe Mediterranean Sea bada nyinna membe ko Europe ba membula tema kamala Israel be ma forming occupa kan nim problemo bebol de bare problemo nyim mandang oto anata woyelo foka futa south ma fala damen imatuguru ma melo president na banku ba fonto so kamala o ma fango nyin imu president na dinkral te damen sonko be jeto Israel be je occupa kan e ki pusle ni e pusni e bondi damen ye colonel ta ye samba ye bungol ye bari kodo bebul America be sponsor kan anem banku karon so Palestinian will be fakan ni ata jibe just in a vein like that mosa afo wala nyam by ning Gambia no safron not Gambia but the whole world kita fenti they ignore Palestinians. That means that's a grave mistake e manyana kotoke nyanda sile tonya for Israel ka for ko this place is no go area alda la dinkrato whatever the case may be, but nobody was advocating that because of what the background of the America, the backing of the American to Israel people since the inception of these malpractices. So bade ngolo komen continue hanibi kibaro la membe ko men finden na banko kan sanden anabula kibar following otuta o datika o karanli membe den de plebunyin ko ye filindile kaje ko bilo men ya samba jeto amon koyma wala na kul na dol Misled ta jeto sako foni député ol teng ni ya kalamtan dun ko nyim bilo nyin itol bi men fasa kan bari santen the true color of foni député ol teng 5 MPs wal yo ital wal they are not there for even foni gas they are there for Jamme. Any bill come up with the issue of the ex-president Jamme, they will defend that. But anything else, otherwise they wouldn't. So this is it. This is their true color. Ola nebe loring, imanta Adamaya, imanta UDP, imanta Mama Kande, imanta Black Lori Faye Deputy Bongo, whatever bill came which is not in favor of Jamme, they will never support it. So jamadi amata nyin kollale men yaita ni ko sai bari itul fon le findita ko I regreta belonging ya a vote dalil jumale kan ka endorse because of what? Lack of knowledge, lack of understanding. Anim fanang manin ko government na ne kaba niya akamfato te ikafo abella wala ketela bari itul inadna memfo iko ila tarje o fananto bru imam match out with the orders membe ko UDP la dibitol aning PDOS la dibitol o man kasia bari fengo dol bije ni man si tol omit knowledge tol tala kol dida cook but itol fongola objective of menti what they were thinking of. The bill was there for the promotion of the ex-president to come back his native land. Will I Rosinli to vote in favor of that bill? But consequently, the Attorney General, Minister of Justice, came out to clear the air for the general public, saying that that bill is not meant for President Yahya Jammeh, the ex-president Yahya Jammeh, because the ex-president Yahya Jammeh have issues to dealt with the state, the law, during his tenure. So that means he has to clear that first. Then, if anything other came contrarily, then that's it. He is going to dance for his own tune. If the deal, that means the law, is going to face, anyway, declared in the favor of him, then he will be entitled to get it. But not otherwise, he has to dance for that tune. So nyina mkwata bota nyina fola moli so wonna na dietoli wayatinna ko ate membe ko kew membe ko tumanni dibite wonin anada te findale publicly just wrong yayin vote men keten pour ala mola be convince la nyame membe ko meni karto fa ko etole men keten yake daylo la kam but yake daylo kam bare ko e kaji be la follow dan ni ba kila wala na UDP dibitol mam balang PDOS dibitol mam balang bari due process parliamentary procedures elafita wole follow la isina je ko ni men kete to laten ananyon kana kila because munen eko 9 days tilikonondo below do at nyawnya ala content even it is not contentious we say see scrutinize no nyaming with the period of 9 days parliamentary days or session lunte so inito roster kono bari yankolga me tramposas iniko tramposas well the two ministers Attorney General and the Finance Minister they want to trap come Anglo government traps they have made a trap come yankolga tramposas in Latin ko ilafita mena dra ke hata je ko sinaje ko kukana kuma ko no pour scrutinize on ni quality molsina na tres holol men jejeto wo pour ko to settle yin ko le kam dung isoxital adam barola man sakunda it is operating on this method have this is something it is giving our state so many losses of money resource adambaro le impilisival so nga continue kibaro nyimfala member dening ko UDP spokesperson says nature of bill makes Jammeh eligible comme ate memfo almame fanental comme mbada men karana angale counter ko bilo data nyaming o bilo nyin Yahya Jammeh ex-president nyin anyanda ka akodo soto bari adidata nyamen ati aitani wal nyamade ama fako force kon bari adidata nyame so kama la Umar Ba men safala kuma kama to ati spokesperson no membe ko opposition united Democratic Party ay même fo wala député bon ye filin le ni nata jumale filin di wala minister mem marta na sorry telengo bunda nyina membe ko Dawda Jallo nyin controversial former presidential bill men passing majority of the opposition members majority of the opposition members working out coming ol balantale mansongala men be ko PDOIs la mol kata UDP la mol in bilo men pastoring men Justice Minister la Samba Jaiteh mol balantay men o di amosia tay men kunna wol work out le mansonga bilo nyin o kamala betiam kan standard e wato men nate almami fanin tal ay men dante kote ka kate memira jamela crime thing most effectively deny him any post presidential largesse. This bill does not prohibit him from benefiting. Ate men for ala knowledge nyinto ako yaya jamme crime men kita ala karonyina ni na dajibe ala marlo wato la wayatina la ko kuja mabije palaso la karola meme ko kala prese ya palaso lafa meme ko largis Latin and this bill and in bilo bari umang balang in bilo uma balang komen puruka o benefito soto komen amanyana dinkra marala meme ko prese ya palaso bari ay kulel ke banko kan la presse ya ko to kamala manyana ka murje bari ala presse ya ko la yem bilo men daten pour moment o marlo ke banko kan iketa ex president ako o manyana ka bala ateme itan the justice minister or member ko tilongo bunda Dawda Jallow didn't rely on the laws comme atia itan nyamen o mantra degree lual kan lual member ko bankola lual teng in other countries hako banku kotan kan nina tajibi his action will be considered misleading olam nya atrab nyin kusiva kita banku kotan kan ay manya men keten ibajela ko ate justice minister mbe ko tilongo bunna to abe deputy bungo nyin abe ole filindi kan nyin bilo nyin karol ako you cannot go to the National Assembly titano deputy bungo to as the chief legal advisor itel dumu men bega bankola mansakunda yamari inyaton ko ni yajibi ikana foko ikakumul fo on a high potential basis comme ko dolbi je meni sembo warte ni na rajibi ka menako kol men iba ta lama la kan teng ako ka continue ka itandi ate Mr. Tal lawyer ko ate mun loyalty anim fanan yakatanu jojotle na high court dinkra kilometer and in he said a relevant question to ask ko niajibe kubije men inin karo men akumata bake ni kanyinin karo kala fo yaya jamme fo benefit under the enhanced law going by the bill as draft comme nim bilo me abelorinteng we inin karo nyanta kala kol bake fo ya jamme nyanda ka nyim bilo me ya data men safata ten fa nyanda ka benefits ala ka continue the answer is a resounding yes akate be men folatron jabiro down be daming mo seme lamoino wala mu ha ya jamme nyanda benefit la indol jamme is entitled to all these benefits ko ya jamme nyanda ka nyim besodo ning bo ko ta sodo former president o ta fa nyanda ka soto but at the moment ati ya jamme atlemu moti membe o stage nyindo status ba atlebulu not even President Adama Barrow because Adam Barrow atbe marloke kan komen nkela jero to komen abijele foka konyaji be modern legislatures have involved the good governance practice of the public consultations with key stakeholders before legislation is made by carving out time for comments and recommendations from the public, he said. Ako niajibe luade da la kendol teng o men santeng men ka luade da wala debitol teng kanana ka wol nyanda bula la kule kono o ka bula kule kono wala ka maral kendo men betiala tamandri nyala wala mi ka mena good government France ko men marlobe kala nyama betia pour jamaa bukali wala consult la follow animo kotangol teng men be da se kunno kol kono jannibe luade dala ni nata jibe o bina luade dale fami ka mena out time for comment wato men dia mo nyanda kelala anim fanan ya maro nyanda kelala from the general public wala banko mol be dia mulala be men recommend la geto luade dala ko le ke follow isi kala recommendation lo nyini anim fanan ka consultant lo ke before carving wala mu ite fe mota to fa amota ya lese so ina mu kota I mean dante ko UDP la india mula I mean for ko everyone, more modernly, Bengal Nogoya Jammeh has been indicted by the Commission of Inquiry and the TRRC. Bengo Lone, Komen Luali Amutale Nina Dajibi, Commission of Mentamita Memeko, Jane Commission of Ya Kosia Kampuru, Investment Dollar, State Resource, and Infanang, Nina TRRC, the grave human right violation of Yake Alawato Yin, Bengo Lone. Bari, Ako as us court rely, as U.S. court rely on the Jani Commission report to forfeit his property. Coming America man sakunda will not na diki kumakang lekang kumakang member the Jani Commission na karonyi na bari ala korrambe America banko kang America man sakunda na wole ta sembo ta wolto ya jamelo fensis nin Gambia ma claim America tatal so yinam ko bari nyaji be unless and until funding hatra you are before a court and there is a bill of indictment saying that you are accused of so and so, your rights are preserved under all the law. Ako nyimo kuleti ya la case binyame nyim benefit la karabi ababul ko no chode kan wol today nyimbilo niaje ko ate benefit no la ala oto be la kule na nyabe abis nsa fotron abe kiti la nyatle la kiti la men sina foko yetu minginela nin o wato nyinna abe okono bara mantra okono o kamala hanibi at luwa nyin ala right nyin obe preserve ne ko men ala nyanto o babu la hansa embe tem moment but the moment alota kiti la nyatle la bitum mo to ako especially in a new law ni nata sako law kutol thing that has all those facts may be it and ko before it and doesn't indict and janninga o anim fanang among indict follow ni nata wolum kitio mang kusakuna ni nata kolla into its own definition komala ko nyanda dan dame ako ateme miradron wolem this is very indigenous munkulemo among nyana kake akate miradron wolem debitol thing have been taken for a ride komang kuleta men sembor of course akotonya we don't want this to be a political football komang malafi pour nyeke politico men katwal ba fay na nyoka ako niaji be president and the vice president and vice president cannot mislead the public nyimo kuleti president and vice president wol manyanaka banku dingol filindi especially when issues like this come cool membe ko nying are discussed in parliament donc ibe kachakan député bongolto nina ta gibe ay men lafa ala kuma kan nying kan anabi nga continue kibaro la membe ko yate kilew nying paragraph men tuta duma den sinana song dengra koto nyindo comme abata même fo ka wala misleading na karo nyina so ka continue akoso jamme is the only living former president comme mbata fo la nyame ning ko jamme man entitled nyina or you have made a mistake because munagera sa mbete momento ya jamme dama wala mu former president the current former president ninata ajibe so kamala ebe jumale kumandla memboko former president Gambia Bangkoka namanke ya jamete so this is so abiyele foka kamala ako and this law is for him comme ni loi ati afu nyamentron indelata ya jamele mbetem moment atela moti men eligible ta loi somebody atella puruka in benefit in sota ko why the need for a certificate of urgency ako sai munati na mansakunda be hatagi do kaito lala kam purunyin ko se toporo no nyamen debite bungin to o tariya kono yinin karo ke wala abalanta menna o konyin talna na balan kote ko that the minority caucus walam in molmen be debite bungote teng the manual teng ninata jibe ko men mira wala making recommendation ya marol men nyanda kake along this line o din ko nyinto for the better laws comme membe den loi kendo la karoñ ako meali reacting comme ibe balanka menna ton wala nyinti ko nyin kome ka foten the agenda of the executive or executive branch wala ministerial agenda yemin si tata ya dila ina mansa kundani ako no matter how well articulated hani fa yitandi nyaawonya kuma kan la ko is not a substitute for having a clear vision obuka sayno fenno to membe kala femmembe senari molla hanin fanan di strategic role men ila mirola karola sulola karola for the transformation falling role men nyanta kala nina tajibe bankola karola ko buko sayno jo sayno noto a yitandi nyam natna la faroge men wolen daddi minority caucus wala ngin diptol men be in dulato ten na dipte bu nyinto should consider nyantaka jiberoke kataroke fenna ka mena kukutolla ferolla nimfana National Assembly based on nyantaka digi munekan wolemu ila tamandrinya standing order bari the moment it will the 9 days period men nyanta scrutiny kala any bill in front of them yo tale yo jenkendi yo bondi standing order nyin kota so abi ya american wala inata ajibe so bankola constitution o ayitandi nyamen anim fanan order laws anin loi koton men be banko nyinka ako fanan any and where these are not adequate and where these are not adequate or helpful to that end comme ko kurni dawoda nyim fengol menu e man tembe ite kanyano la dulato damens nana ke makoyloti ko labanyin na continue ko they should seek nyanda fenyini na membe ko falindro la karola ay tol dammalten with a view jero la karola anisina na bamandro ko fenna wala maral kendo ka mena democratic government anim fana ensuring purdron to ensuring that the National Assembly has more autonomy. Komendro itolu isitare ifangabulu ila kango sitare ifangabulu ikana na loko ke mola kango kotla bari itol mo ifansung branch-olti ninara bankola maral lobe men bulu nyin 3 arms comme nyin kabakunkun wa sa foto nyin bulu fulo nyin bulu sabo nyin so emanya naga songola freng ka continue ako not just a rubber stamp comme amanya naga rong stamp men ka tre bulu ibulo kon nim fe venada pum yala kan ni o mero rubber stamp house comme coconut rong iba kelale house and talk shop kaiten nyame rubber stamp house and talk shop comme rong e fe ngo sang moy riso de pom aya itandi wala nyama ko ate men futala ko jamme must pay for his crime jamme ku yaw men ka nyanta ko to jo banku dingol la karonya na itandi ako bari naji be this country transitional justice process wala mfanirombe ke kanyim banko la karonya na kabo dictatorship kana good governance la karonya na is a bundle of contradiction nina rajibe kujamal bije balango be kere menna o imanta asilo la nyanda la nyame katiko while a lot of time wati jamala nina rajibe kodolo money are being expended comme ye kodol dun kol kun men be ko a fair trial comme kiti tilong men nyanda kala ya jamela era crime wala wato men ko jawol ketala wato la at the same time ato wati kilo nyina ko ni ajibe the government is paving the way man sakunda saimbe tembo mendo abe jenga kan wo silo nyina la abe silo pave kan abita karakotan lamfe silo nyina o kitindol nyanda kala nyame min itani kan the way for james return sako ya jamme nyanda ka murna nyame banko kan nina ta jibe to national respectability comme banko la bunya ko to nina ta ka mena agreement ni comme kasi ka nyosa ba kola the terms and benefit comme kol men nyanda sabatla anim fanan nafala karola ate president koto nyin karola on sa fo president koto la karol ako it is an open secret that the Gambia has only one living past president whose heinous crimes and gross human rights violations have been laid barely by the TRRC Talsin. ako nyaji be nyimu feneti abi fenne amanke kulloti kotek. It's not a secret. It is a open secret. Femme manke kulloti koteke wala kata ya jamme laman sakunda TRRC ye min lankena ma moli ye hadamadi ya nyanto tinya jaw men la banko dingul kan o manke kullo kuti ako niaji be on the former president's party na president ko do ya jamala party o me ka foi ko APRC tali men fo wala ko the party is divided ata fangala party o signing kum talata sidla fulalti karat do beten noto alliance anim panan min be laring ruling party nyinka o kamala the speaker of the National Assembly Deputy Bonla Nyaton Ko is the official leader atle mu Nyaton Ko ti sako factional member ko noto sorry in men be coalition o la Carola wala Adam Barola Molten member speaker ti wole mu wala Nyaton Koti ati ayitandi nyamen o faction oni o kamala alongside ati ala deputy member danda wala jeto deputy speaker nyin the two played significant role wole ti ye bulo soto bake ni nata jibe ka mena indi plunging comme ka fen londi Gambia into a political impasse wato minna e kule kenun bankola impasse be keri wato minna ya jamme balanta reneg on power kati jila be tembo men to wato la nyimo fulolo ila e role men play ye men ko koto ye men plan geto se watra bake bari bi wolen natna ke bankola maral dinkral men be ko bulus sabobe kilengol la nyaton ko mo itollet wala min toti dunia banko be Gambia be kata benda men banta banyinto ka Gambia la ko nyinka akacha ay me yitandi oto akoni ajibe falang yin impasse men kata 2017 ten o mol bulo ba konole however ko be according to the alliance committee men kafota ya jamima sorry Adam Baroma and the other faction men be ko nyimfonyi deputy lulol ten said to be closer to the dictator eko tolle keta eko tollam karot men be sutiaring former president nyina dictator nya jem so kamala ako let's be clear about this matter ko nyimo feneting nyin seneyandi ako APRC in whatever permutation or combination mosafatong ibe nyoka nyaaw la ninata kamena ko district party ko ma fonyin party la Carola in the West Coast region on do wala fonyiti fonyila ma fon abulo chode kamena comme chastise comme ke siso konkon comme okolala pour mon adron at talnat na men la fa kuma kan weda they are cooking up for the tabiro labang comme APRC is a spent party and it is popularity and its popularity should not be overestimated, especially now that the victims of 22 years of dictatorship can speak for themselves loud and clear. Comment atibe men fo kan ron fo nyinum be fenne tabikamba APRC membe ko e ka mena Spain party ani fanan darajola Carola ka mena fo molman overestimate bang comment itol ila kobe tembo mendo fumoli sidana o hayma nyala men sembo sewar bari ko nyaaji be fanfan sande nyim victimol men be ko men man toro soto o maralo koto be ko sanji mo nen flo men tamde sai if ka fintno le kay dia amuno ka senea molli ke ila odialol moy ay men fo kote ga ko as the most victimized political party wala APRC party oni nata fa tola parti me marlo ke o sanji mon nim fulo min ay mantora jaw o parti yin min ya jamme la regimo yin min nina da yiba men la mol kan sako nina ta UDP must not condone UDP manyana ka somu meke o parti yin na konyin na enable o stay silent about the despicable crimes of the jamme dictatorship UDP to sonna ke day o koli e mo condemn it all condone any single any item of the words comme hani kumo jaje sikilinete membol etable da kono pourka fasaro ke o kolla men tamitano men so source mento in barta men ka men ko abe mobi yi lankina molto peccable wala so source ken wala menna ko jawol men jamela dictatorship yamela Gambia de wala UDP tewol kondon na mumeke atemin idan so ala kuma ka dan dawol to ngata kiti langindo membe ko UDP la petition on yin sande même podota kiti langindo sa la moro nyanda kala ala ko advice alde men ya je ko o mol men yeke advice alde manyana katra o palaso to bari ebe palace dole marakan banko kan membe ko political party la mol nyaton kol kono o kamala banko la loi man son la ite office fula marno la at a time simultaneous so nga continue ate petition on na abi alhal jumaldo kidula nyindo so nga continue kibaro nyin membe ko UDP la petition against political advisors ya datle kidula nyindo courthouse ka ila moyala Bruce ase mota wala nyin safe kidula nyindo ko Supreme Court daming Chief Justice Hassan B Jallo atlem 1-on-1 atlem sirin panel oto membe ko safurong panel of 4 judges jogi nan nyatlem nyinna atlem ila chebati ya atlem fana kitindula la nyaton ko nyindi ko santen ila sio continental kunung membe dening UDP file men ke yana kitidula ngindo high court jumale ya file jumale woti UDP la executive member ko Ebrima Diba nimfana United Democratic Party molul men yet itolta do ko wala men be ko political advisor la muti president Adam Barrow nyina karongin nyim petition o nying men be ko ya samba Supreme Court le production is kankularo ke fenna nyim moli le lain tombon drome ka foten yamar lalten nyimu fenneti anim bankola constitutional manda they are executive members of political parties coming constitutional item yamen ni mu political party or executive member ti mangena ka plus kote mara banko nyinkang ni nata man sakundala karol so they that na ye inkiti okosi ni molu lolikan o kamala membe ko me nyinkiti okosi dem Ibrahima Diba anin ala party yo membe ko UDP itolle mol saman kiti langindo ka min follow ko Lamin Cham Dusano Henry Gomez Lamin Sedi Suleiman Kamara ñinu molel timin anim fanan men be siring bankola do gulal la kokun ka fay public service commissioner anim fanan mol men fanan momen be ko Dawda Jallo wala Anthony General la dinkra nyindo ko kunun nyaaji be siomen kala Supreme Court ordered the applicants I count the molla men be ko Ibrahima Nyolo ila lawyer men be ko lawyer Usenu Dabo men from party leader ti puras nana statement do da nyin case nyin na Karola nyin case lulo bam momor ni talam verifying o sina ka fendi mensi itandro ke kali kaito nyin o avideb safer kaito nyin before a join jannibe join kala ko nyin na ana na ole itandila for further mention purus nana si ka ila moy kuma kan la kitio fango menti o danda woldo so hanbi nga continue ngata jang bundung debito nyin ate ko ay nyem bilo fasale bilo mem ko ex president jamme la covid yam kamenda mankati fango dam matati actually but at the right moment atela moti men who should be entitled for that bill. But all of a sudden, men not occurred, all of them, Jame be tola follow kono. Jamela tola for munity, and yenda nyatilina, Kitty la Gambia Bangkok for heinous crimes against humanity, be exiled since his order from the throne. Mary Jammeh was a king. They considered as a president. He was a king because Jammeh can stand here now and give an order, and that order will effect immediately. So he's a king. He has the last word by then. So let me see the time. We have 10 minutes to go, so let me have this and other story. Then we wrap up, we call it a day. So Umar Baye Ben Safi Bundung Deputy na Karong na National Assembly member Bundung Suleiman Jammeh ako ate fasaro ke nyintaro menketa tempuruka kataro ke fenna kakatro fai controversial former presidential bilo men diamo ba ko kunnaten in lokun tambela deputy bon e bilo membe ko ate bilo men diamo ba kunna bil kuto min anyanta ka kulondi membe ko lifetime pension olon president koto donc abe balura manfa anyanta benefitol men sotla anin makoyrol men anyanta ka soto banko dingol bulo free anin fanan kukotan la benefitol la membe denin ate ex president la men be ko express down la men be soto Gambia banko kan anila futu musol ni be balore be ni raji be ko strong disapproval from the opposition kul nadna ke debitol men be ko opposition ten ol balanta ko le manson freng o member solten most of whom men inatna kafunyoma aussi lungu na ye dinkra nyimbla membe ko National Assembly dinkranyinto inatna muneke wala mudrong ruling party ila coalition on independent noto alliance wala mfonyi dibidol men ye blocking akonyin na itolena na lua sabatin ko kamala 3 days after cabinet sabatamida nyin katra fighter men na nyimbilo ko fonyi jarol dibito mem mutala kumo fo kan wala keba tumannin sanati keba tumannin ate men fo wala nginti ko nata lonnu ya jamete nyanto sotla pour que benefito soto o nyim tono nyin ko oto president bill koto bilo nyim president koto la karonin wala nginti ko ate fanambe kafula men fintita kata banta ata support la bari abidiam kan wato men Star FM ni na tajibe inay nyini karon njabiro men soto bilen o nyanda ka finde o programme nyi bari ka record le na findini o kamala ko APRC le dibito nyi Suleiman Jammeh men santen ati ay karta o file nyi bilo nyi na karola men fo he has no regret akata man nimsa pour ka karta o file nyi ko nyinna ajionda balanka menata ko his decision ati menta wala ngi was not influenced by any individual interest ako mo kilina ko matina ate nyi karta o file ka continue ako nyi bilo membe ko president ko la bilo nyi is not something new kama nge fenkutati nina tajibe ako former president Jammeh wala bil fensa manaika men something similar men aninyi mulunta nyoat for the late president men minjio data salola kareba jawla ko kamala it was already there ko bilo nyi bejele ko kamala niajibe just that a few things were added coming ye kodo le lafa jeto wala tinna. So that's the question Mr. Jammeh banko dol manke nyama tolti ya Jammeh la ko watola sa foton ay bilo men londi wo is reasonable mo sa funyam bari ko kelen don biye men ko mo utetol kiskisinola bari o mu kuma count the moment ila man se abe kera bari ila man sa banda membe sirin o se kiskisinola bari ning entitlement ol men ka foten ya Jammeh men propose wo is little bit reasonable not exorbitant like this one mem santen it abele sika ya be jurmi nyokan jeto bankola kodo ka sika ka di family kilina wol kabal wala do ko tan e bukata hano karambuto e bukata jaral kendola e buka sila kendo sotno e buka minji kendo sotno e buka lampo sotno senedula fon joron men nyanta ka soni andi modern one abuka sotno e kana nyin kodo sika ka di mola mo clean anala family wol nyante mona fanola wol manyana ka bata dunia kono wala ko nyanda tarla banko dingol lukkun ko lokan ite ko yola support karte fay ko to nyin bundin député o naliya sindije hana la amal sulat naal sulat tan ko mo fol so nyina mo ko so nga oto fanan dangoto mata am point just nga kiwara kilin tommo do men which would be interesting kiwaro membe ko Mr. Dabo amaridi amta wala karola ko ya jamela wato nyina purka dictator bondi Gambia banko kan momel lota aniola membota United Democratic Party usin Dabo ele leader nyi mo fintita ka fay ko Isa Danso nyimu UDP la lola balati supporter la mati Central River Region nyindo CRR ay même fo wala nyinde ko ako Gambia jawol wolel be balanna Ousseynou Dabo même ko UDP la nyaton ko pour kalo carte fawo men kana 2026 election ako Gambia jawol wol damma wolel be balanna wala ako kati ko niaji be bidiyam ko wato min anin kibar tala même ko standard la point la kibar tala anabe diam ko wato min Mr. Danso a balanta kula membe ko those who say Dabo is old ako men ka fo ya Dabo ke batale ko amanya nakalo nyin election o men kanata president election o te ay me itani wala indiko la Dabo ya niolo la Gambian kolia ala nafulo awala dun Gambia la kokuna ala knowledge londo anay mellon do koto ay menno do koto awole ta pour drong ni sangol men be tambita ka keloke Gambia so woto Dabo a disafle a nyanta kalo ni election o men kanata ati ayitendi nyame atla justification o wolti ako election if he wish comme ning Dabo na lafita na man lafita mo fode bar na lafita ako kamala te kewo nying membe ko Danso esa ako menika foko Dabo should not contest the election, want to divide the UDP and are Gambia's enemy. Ako menika fo Dabo manyana kalo election onyina wolmu molelti ilafta UDP la farala be pare wolmu Gambia jawol leti atiya idan nyame nadna men la fa la kuma kan ako leadership is not about age ako nyaton kaya manka komen sango men sotode nyaton kaya fon kum mata bake en duniya kono membe ko kebala miro ka jamfa bake man ninkol kam ko keba sito kam men dinnon loto bukaci o kamala te men yitande oto wolem drong nyaton ko ya manke komen isio be tembo mento donc itela 5 common sense is intact ati aitan niamen o mo fenneti italian kala maralati Danso be men kalami kan wala nyindi ko he added that the leadership is not about each but vision, commitment and love for the country. Min ay hamo men soto banko la nyato anim fanan ay kano men soto banko nye nyato ko ya fon tatanata wala Danso na men kalami wala ko Dabo has never misused Gambia's resource ako hani be tembo men to Dabo and single buruto anamana misuse ninada bankola soto fawnyento and will therefore kamala abin asinana ke president men abiti ala bake a great president Gambia bankoka nanna tenda men fo ako Mr. Dabo does not also encourage tribalism ako Dabo mantra tribalism sambakan bankoka like others as he sees comme atiaji nyamen all tribes in the country comme banko kan siol men bebeje as one Gambian people aka men for non Gambia dingo be mu Gambia dingo ma fa be mu Gambia ti ateko you cannot exclude any tribe, any region, any section ni nata jibe ako Dabo lota for the Gambia against dictatorship Dabo lota Gambia ni maral jaw men tamita fansu marlo ya jamela marlo sanji mon nim fula alota Gambia ay kelo ke ya bute fo ya kol so e kol be kal so to sandu he said ate ay mendante o koto so musai o molmen ila miro man jamfa hatred o le muti imang lod la soto banko kan fo ma kan siya wala kanyum kuma sifa nyimfo so ngata jang cewodo ko nyanta bilo de ala bilo men sinana boy mol men ka na dinol sumo ko li samba bala silol jumale sabe chorno Omar Bob len sabe point sifa e ka me ko mamina Ibrahima Sonko ni mu Gambia dingol tabe siring Angleterre America banko ka United States atle kanindro ke man sakunda wulu ka je ko pro sina bilo de la bilo men ka bakwe sababu ke Gambia banko ka immigrant smuggler den men ka na banko de kullo to samba bantala nin kulon ne laten ate man sakunda nganya wala so ngata sainte voice newspaper what is new there so ngata voice newspaper staff women ya so murol no ya fa mbe ko atemu fonkoloti nyin bankola konti bolal ka menna now national audit office ngin dabe do kola wolto Mustafa Jaju wala ngin safi ko Justice Ebrima Jaiteh aramse tambila ay kitiyo saundi meme ko mu fa kitiyo lam do kula men tatra na bankola audit office ngin to now ke kuma ni nyame ngoy ka fuko Usman Jaju due to the absence of the accused person men eko atlea ke lementumi amanna na kitidula nyinto and their defense counsel anila lawyer Ebrima nana kitidula nyinto it would be recalled comme ning hakilo ba kan ni ajibe ning kew men ko Jaju Usman Jaju yafa palmarima dinkra nyinto kotulo Johnson to jeto on the 8 ni nata karot liseola September 2021 sawnin kono lawyer Omar Suso membe lo kan ate moye membe ko yemen tumiten anim fanan Khadim Jeng Muhammad Njai anim fanan Muhammad Toure plus the fourth on name nani jang men emato fo nyin accused person membe ko who is presently at large men ikaye mantale momaje. So Kamala, the case was mentioned kabrin kiti nyum kumandi kiti langin to talentan so man langina bari the defense men be from fasa kan counsel ten olamu loyal ten together with his client and alam abi men fasa kan you molti men not present court at the time manana tara kiti la wato o Kamala jojo nyin na muneke tron pour ka case nyin nyorni nin karo memba kono tilimo ngin saw kono talentan nin killing ni nata agibe wolonemu kito yenda ka continue ni nata agibe to mi molten in custody men yemuta saybe maltu ni nata agibe absent and the defense ol fana manna anin fana consul manna adi nala is also absent comme ila office ni meme ko nala anin fana ako ni nata agibe ako I would adjoin at jojo nyong akabina na nyin case nyin nyoron lale pour drong sinaje ko interest of justice comme nin kitiyo betela asete yibe ko kan isaje ko nakatre kala je motafala nga moyle Justice Jaiteh men dante membe ko kiti fonko lawyer nyin f drame men natna pour state e bankoni anim fanan the case was adjoined to the 28th November comme sakunda membe kitindro ke kan kola ila lawyer wona ta kiti langina membe ko consul el drame. So let me see, we go to another story from Voice newspaper. Saying ata jang anbi at dinkra kilon member ko Voice newspaper. Let me see the next story. Some sambal now. So madam lo komen adon to saying manalla moy audio men bota chiamano membe Brikama area council ela CEO ay kuma kawol men fo ninata ajibe mbe ko ay jabiro men ke kabri yeta ko ya suspend because a resolution ol da resolution on ning ko manna dia because ala tapale anala jenko me akiati nala family ana kafunyol ten so wala manna dia fa fanan wulta ay tumirol fo tumirol men man sabati bari yankuba memo kiama do birkama area council atiala jabiro ning a okele ni nata jibe widdi fonkol ten ni nata jibe councilol ten e sesano men so ngalla moy ila diam kan nin yankuba dawol diam
mbaɗen west coast kolu ngamiral ɓe yamoye radio tole kono anen kadro jumola na siwo ngalal yamoyle ko council na décision o tala pour ka fo service commission o e na siwo min marta dow kulal min ɓe jeela ñaton ko pour ya na bay council anina finance director min marta koɗo maral ñaala council nge bay min kam wolemi ka suñarole ke kaɓeɗen ɓe nala ngamin faale ɗingol min ɓe council wo ɗingol ñullem dermoto min ka be signen council itollema dermolti itollema ñinolti itollema kutoluti anin kanal itolle ka beta so ngam min fo kabiri ngaw realize ko nge bonni jang sa en kabiri boda jang jonga min mu ñadon goti atata journalist oliya ay kumol le sata die ako ndol fo min yata bay ndol baralol min ka min yalon ko idul lo amanta wo kono ako nga fondin ke ulta jande ngeta do ko la min yalon ko enim mol kata marsew to ka mek so collectol min ka namo kanin e ka suñaro min ke kana o suñaro ga kon dol yol tale bar kabir nga wol molta nge joko do min yalon ka mambo jet woni lo amanta bar nata mi yita ni wala min go maybe ata fa mala budgeto jibe because ata la budgeto min bije wala min ko ate ko do min hapo min landi ko wala nyanda wo sifa jola ko do dal mo wili keme fula anda te dum dol kon dol ngol jo wili keme wili tannani ani seyle la so ni o korofi wo ko do ñu hapo bi jele no ma hapo ñu bang so dol man luati nya fata mi yel luati nya bayrate ko ata ta dala don torol ke wudum mandara ta la budgeto do amurunda ko do min nata puruka tundolu dema tundol min yanon ko mining ka wolde ka kenya bioning bere bio ke wolle la dulal fo tiñaro ka ke jela environment to wol nyanta ko do min sot lab ka bona mansaya pour que compensate ke josey atena la mola te ka de ko do leta ay birkama la silol do ko wala silol min do ko birkama wo at silol do wato minna ani wo ko do na do wato minna wala fo fadata so wolam nyindu ko ay kumo min fo to nyata koma kuma le miyalon kuma kensango ay ku jamalu sata min yalon ko council nada bi ko kumol le be faniyandi andu wo kumol nyimman ko nyaata ako kaberen council nada ye famala alawan sol falling ye la fan kafu kodol to inyanda jola menna min evidence mi dani wala min ko council follow min be jang ko mi mo lamin sanya ya fo nyami go jolu kafu dal jannin tol kafu danan jang ate jongale sita mol la jo mi nyanta jola menna mi ala be approved by ministry asita e wol bali a nidia kan komin ate jonga ate le mata council la komin gamen fo ate fe council mata fayalati amanda fayala ate aketa la annusa aketa telta da diata nyaman atamuru ata subo aka kundu damo a diata dawda aka kundu wolto wotti nyaarolu min be kata west coast jongale ya be kata withdrawal min da kanyan atambita million tallulla jonga wala bondi bank council la bank to hani sinnin ama fono o ko do lunda nyami bare ay même fo journaliste wala min tuka ko million sey do ne tata no million sey o ate salary le do anin fendo bare yalo ning mala man tuba ko mo because ko ay salary ay o ko do mimta wo withdrawal min gede man justify ate ka 8 million min data o justify so wona mo mol kam fo fadata bari ñun lem kuulte min yalon ko jonga ya ke jang andum ja oil fana atata lay lontaje wolon ñin gabrata aman council ani west coast ko le mol minu kinan jang because loi ka tama nyame ali mol minu elek council on din chairman wala le minu kinan jang minu be siri ngal to ya la janna wolle se approval o keno alla ko do feye do manje because ko do ko do dañin council alla ko do le mo ma nyana ka ko do spend amari malla fenko soto je alla lafinna ko soto je wala alla songo soto la je bar jonga kaminke aka kudo pesir pasar la dia da nyami west coast la molu minu nada jam minu be siri ya jam wolbu ka fen kalam amu tasir bo songo min bedu jam yalla on kido juro sama dolde abije wati je ko be katama jonga kedal la ciamanu da kedal la siwoti mingo min diata ya akawle ke wo training awle kondinin ni fayatina west coast fota fa tambita imira septic tankolu nka minuta nga minu luas wali ma ko sama kono ye marseau la jio nin jio na do marseau de kam ma ko je nin ye jio do sulul ke kam ma ko jio saba jonga ko wodorne atani ko yande bayri wo kedale womanta atala approval kanda ta kam info contract committee mon min bodo wali o approve le barate ko woman ka atala approval de munen na wo be kela bar samu me be atako wo ko do nyin akoko do min nyanta jola wolto wo be tara kanyam dala si million killing dala wili mo ani worowula bar jonga janne samo fon kab dati kansulor minu benun jang ye million woro million lulu yole di jonga la pour ay septic tanko san aman sonna sanna wo ko do nyum min nyanta dala ko septic tanko ta ay ko do ta adom sain million kilo mo min nyanta jola pour mo wot septic tanko le mako ro min ka marché o kono ako say wala ata balo jani wala nan kay ko ndol ko danda wala baage ayete balo jani baran tolla mole tineri mo soto ila council ko do because ko do ko de ka dunya siada doyata e be ka fenneje bal nyinan yen muna famo do man nen so do min tada ka nyete ko million killing wo mo alhamdulillah balde ban nen ala sonda sangol min kana nga jonga bonnije wo million killing mo nyanta siala baakele bayre next year hamo mo mendi ayanda ka nyana million keme million mo nyong wonyanta dunnale kana west coast kana demaro ke dum nen ala sonda o binala so wala mo ko nyin tanda fulote ngala ngame mo men ko koma diamo nyin jambara ndabe remember no la bari ka kumo nyin ka a londo sutiyande do ngam nyina mo kote min ka jada jang
assalamu alaikum كما في يساري على
people is over. Evidence is here. And this council, whenever you try to mislead, we will come at every given point and every given opportunity to clarify with evidence. This is his own record. He gave it to the public, and the evidence says otherwise. Everything he told Standard was just misleading, false, and nothing but false. So I'm going to let Honorable Chare to... So the land transfer document, that is something we also said. And he did not say anything about that, but we have the evidence here. You would see in the evidence that we have, the previous land transfers, they are here, they always have, you would have the CEO would be would approve it, and it would be endorsed by the chairman of BAC. That's how land transfers are always done. That's how they've always been done here. But when they were increased to 7,000, like this year, this is the new one. It's only approved by CEO Jonga. And the chairman doesn't even know that he is doing this. But he doesn't tell anybody. Those 7,000 that are being paid to BAC, you can imagine how many lands get transferred in BAC. Because all the lands, in fact, that are transferring in this country are all happening in West Coast region. See, we have so many estates doing transfers. People buying and selling left, right, and center everywhere.
7,000 for land transfer?
Yeah.
So
7,000. You see, 7,000 is more. They are paying a lot more. But on his documents, he's only having 7,000.
It's more than a year.
Not only this year. Exactly. So we don't even know. Yeah. So we don't know. But Jonga is the only person signing this document.
From 4,000 to 7,000.
And remember what Jonga said. I am transparent and accountable, he said. He is transparent and accountable. If you're transparent and accountable, why would you just have only your name as signing these things? And you omit this. And you know what that's funny? He did this without even telling the members of this council or the previous council, because I don't think the previous council were ever informed of this. Neither the current council. We are not. We didn't know. In fact, I was there. The vice chairman came with this. He said, "Chairman, did you know that Jonga is signing this land transfers on his own?" I said, "But how is that possible?" I said to him, "That's why all the ones that I am signing are those of the past. I keep signing for Sunkar Baji, I keep signing for Bakar Saibo, I keep signing for, but I never seen the one for Sirifo and Jonga. So on the whole, Jonga was the only person doing it. And how do we hold them accountable of this? All this money, because we are told that the amount of money that is coming on land transfer alone to BAC should be sufficient to pay all of our development needs as well as our recurrent needs.
I think time wouldn't allow us to go further.
Only 30 million. Only 30 million came the whole of this year. But in the account is showing 60 million, 70 million coming into account. So the amount of fraud that Jonga, the person who said, "I have dedicated all my life in BSc, I have rose through the ranks, I have done this, I have done that," but has nothing to show for it. Nothing to show for it, because he's been sitting on a kabudu and a cabal that was just defrauding our wealth and our money and everything. That's why we said we had enough of it. But this is the sort of person Service Commissioner sent to BAC, to the people of BAC. That is the sort of person. A person who wouldn't mind to mislead the whole country, to mislead the whole council, to mislead the whole region on facts. Facts that are within his own knowledge. Facts that are within his own custody. That is the CEO, that is the person who wants to show off that he is the chief executive officer of BAC. That is sad. For a region of the biggest region in this country, biggest region with so many people who depend on the service of this country. But you have such a clown, a buffoon, leading it, and pilfering all of his wealth, all of its money. We get told about the affluent and the superficial lifestyle this man had lived. When you hear some of the stories, it's just incredible. His compound in Jalambang is all tiled outside with security, a whole lot of things. Doesn't want anyone to see what goes inside. It's all simply because all of that wealth came from BAC. When I came into the office, they sent a voucher. They call it. They use a software called IFMIS, and they said for the use of that IFMIS, they are entitled to allowances.
Stop here. Dilute ali demanding. Yang kuba bata memfo kang walam jonga kamfata minna kabring ala kulul wanyata Brikama area council ko ate kasiso timpa minna wala nginti ko ate ala dunia be ke Brikama area council le kabo council yala ka nyori fafrata o palaso nyindo bari yeme yitandi ko ning jonga ka kamfa kol minna wol namanan soto niagibe Brikama area council e kodo diale kay tanko men ka jinoro wide ko do nyang ayla ka man sa domal so atako nyine tanko le loi pour tanko men sama kono ka jinoro wide Brikama la marse ngi dan dengra karon ka rasilol kan ko woli o kele men atamo kalamuta wala ko yataay bari yankuba men fo yankuba ko at least West Coast ngol yemuna fang ateka ñu wuli cemenim fe men fo wuli yemuna fang wala bari ate men fo West Coast ngol fo yemuna fang wala bang kodo men di ala pura e fonko sang septic tango nyin sang men ka tanko men ka jinoro wide so ku jama nan panang ni nata ate umole tu men eko ako nyin chew nyin abe livre nyamen jalamba sata nyin to ala korda security lebije fenso nyin ibuka korda kono je abanda abe karole ni ajibe sa fotron millionnaire wala be siringo dinkra nyind abe man sun kodila na manke brikama area council mol ka kodo men ka funyon projet brikama anin west coast de lala saje ko ila balunya se falno nyamang article ko leta abe abulo abadomo kan alaftala nyame to mari nalbe tan nyawraro mi katla ninga time so minana audio samalna membe ko ateni audio kilon bari minadol fanana audio samalna membe ko Ebrima dibanyol animo kodon men be diam kan banko kan ni ko yakol be kerin jeto alkana misala bi uraro ning alenge online wrong ali chun so ala baraka hanal badi malam ala jadam